one word, one name, domain name like Oliver.com.
So I ended up buying the domain for 6 figures. So it's a bit of a steal and a very lucky coincidence of getting it, basically.
How many affiliate projects and sites do you have right now?
Nearly 25 projects. I don't really sell sites, to be honest with you. I like keeping them and even buying them or building them. Hire VAs from like the Philippines, and like their English isn't amazing, and some of the processes you struggle with it. But AI's just helped massively, basically get the outputs quicker and better for what they would do originally. I've been using AI content a lot, so well, I've got no human writers anymore, so I've basically cut all the writers out and just used AI.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new year of interviews. I've got a very interesting guest for you today. He's been in the SEO and affiliate marketing game for over 10 years at this point. He's acquired some very interesting domain names and has been recently posting on X and YouTube about some interesting AI and niche site case studies that he has been doing. Please welcome to the channel, James Oliver, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi mate, thanks for having me.
No worries. I appreciate you coming on. Do you want to give everybody just a bit of a introduction more so to yourself and let people know who you are?
Yeah, sure. So I originally started SEO basically out of kind of blind luck. I built a blog originally in like 2012, 2014. No idea what I was doing. It was just like a marketing blog because I was learning a lot about copywriting, and I kind of wanted just to write and just kind of cement the knowledge and just put it online. And I put AdSense on it and ended up earning like $2.14. And I had no idea like you could actually earn money online and do that. So that kind of gave me the spark with the whole making money online, blogging, SEO. And then I kind of left it. And then I ended up leaving Australia and then needed kind of a job. And I wanted something remote, something you could work online, do from anywhere, because I've always traveled. And then I decided to go basically all in. So I've been doing SEO for myself, building my own niche sites now for 6+ years, and pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. Learning and growing.
Yeah, so you just said you travel quite a lot there. Where are you currently based out of?
Yeah, so currently I'm in Bali, and this is probably going to be my base for a while now. So I moved to Dubai, so I'm a resident of Dubai because I like it and for tax reasons, basically. So the company and everything's set up in Dubai. But now I've just bought land and I'm building in Bali. So that's going to be interesting. That should be done in April. Yeah, Bali should be home now. So I'll probably cross between them both, but that's going to be base.
So are you doing the setup where you have to be in Dubai for 2 months of the year? I think it is.
So with Dubai, when you've fully got it set up, it's only 1 day every 6 months. So it's actually quite fine. So you can literally just get a connecting flight and just do that and just get your basically passport stamped. So it works out quite well, especially with your event being in Dubai. So I just go there and then do the event, and then I've got my extra 6 months period where I don't have to be there.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I know they are changing some of the tax laws and stuff in Dubai. Are you looking into that at all?
Well, I spoke to a lot of people, and even the people like in the government, and like the people who set up the stuff, they have no idea kind of what's happening. So it's a bit up in the air. Originally, it was just for like mainland companies and people doing business in Dubai, like Apple and stuff like that. And I think it will be, because there's no real like grounded thing for like free zone and all that like remote sort of people. So we'll see what happens.
And now for a quick message from our sponsor, Search Intelligence. If you're looking for digital PR campaigns, what you're about to see should impress you.
What a masterpiece PR link building campaign. With 20 links in big publications such as The Sun, Express, Mirror, Wales Online, and still landing, I would say this campaign is a massive success. We told the press that people should turn on their heating this summer if they want to save money next winter. And we landed over 20 links in national and regional UK publications for our boiler client. That's crazy. The campaign hook was pretty clever. It is a known fact, at least in the boiler trade, that if you keep your boiler off for many months, it might rust and it might get you into trouble if you keep it turned off from spring to next winter. We therefore advise the press, with an expert commentary piece, on behalf of our boiler client, that people should turn on their boilers this summer just when the heat wave is in full swing. This way they can avoid a boiler failure next winter and save money. Massive publications picked up our story, including The Sun, Express, Mirror, Wales Online, and a few more dozen publications, giving our client links, lots of links, and lots of happiness hormones. No wonder that so many journalists covered our story, as this headline is a massive link magnet to their audience. This case study highlights the fact that A clever hook can be applied to any insight or story to make a campaign more successful and more compelling to journalists. Can you imagine when people see this headline in the news, "You should turn on your boiler this summer"? There's no way they would not click on it. I would click on it. So this was the hook, and this is why this campaign was so successful. I hope this video inspires and shows you what's possible with a clever hook.
So one of the first reasons I kind of looked into you as well. I remember looking at your profile a while ago and seeing you had Oliver.com in your banner as this massive thing on your social profile, right? And I thought that was just really interesting. Number one, how you came across a one word, one name, domain name like Oliver.com, and the kind of story about how you managed to get that and how much it kind of cost you to acquire in the end.
Yeah. So that it was a bit of a pain. So like I originally emailed, so it's obviously finding like the who is information and doing a bit of digging to find who owns a domain. And I found the company what kind of had it. So I started emailing them and messaging them, and they actually thought I was the owner of the domain, because I was like asking how much they would like think it was worth and stuff like that. And they thought I was the person who owned it, because they was just like a management company handling it for the person who owned the domain. So yeah, so we went back and forth, and then I was like trying to buy it. He sent me like a monthly invoice for like a retainer for the management fee. And I was like, what's this? And then he realized I wasn't the person who owned the domain. And then it was a bit back and forth, and it took like over a few months period. And then he was like, the guy's like just like ghosted me. He's not paid in months, and basically, do you want to buy the domain? So I ended up buying the domain for 6 figures. So it's a bit of a steal and a very lucky coincidence of getting it, basically.
So you mostly focus on affiliate websites and projects. How many affiliate projects and sites do you have right now?
So I just checked my analytics before the call to double check, and it's like nearly 25 projects. So they're not all like high level. Some are like starters and some are like mid, and then some are higher. So it's a kind of a mix, but having like the multiple projects and multiple sites, it kind of gives you that diversification, and then basically the practice as well, where you can just do different stuff on different sites and just test around with different monetizations and SEO methods, basically.
Yeah, it allows you to kind of open up your opportunities and see, even having like multiple test environments, multiple niches, multiple data points, and that kind of thing gives you a clearer path forward across all of your projects, right? And it gives you a lot bigger insight into algorithm updates than the traditional niche site owners that maybe own 1, 2, or 3 sites. A lot of that really isn't good evidence for algorithm update analysis, right? It's when you start dealing with, you know, dozens of different experiment cases and things. So I just want to talk to you about not only that you kind of built these sites and these projects and stuff. Have you sold any sites, and kind of what has your process been around selling sites as well?
So I don't really sell sites, to be honest with you. I like keeping them and even buying them or building them and just keeping them, because like pretty much with niche sites, it's an ROI of 3 years. Even if they kind of go down a bit, you're kind of going to get your money back just for the cash flow in 3 years. So I've kind of kept them, but this year I am going to sell some sites, because obviously I'm building and moving kind of in Bali. So I'm going to start doing real estate. So I'm going to take a few off the table, sell some, and then invest in that. But I've always preferred buying them, because you have so much leverage with buying them. As soon as you buy a site, you just message like the affiliate partnerships programs and just say, I've acquired the site. I want to connect a bit more. If I promote you, add some more content, can you give me higher commissions? And then instantly you're earning extra, you earn a higher like multiple on your site and everything just from a few emails. So I prefer buying.
Yeah. So is it more like a sort of an arbitrage model where you're trying to acquire sites to grow your capital and things, right? So
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one as well. In terms of your selling sites, is it is AI part of that reasoning as well? Is it just because of SGE and AI and things kind of changing? And then obviously you have like site valuations and stuff that have kind of gone and dipped down recently as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So I've been listing one with Empire Flippers, and I'm going to fully list it on February. And everything has gone down. And yeah, it is a bit with AI, but to be honest with you, I'm not that worried about it. Obviously things change, but like AI content it's a lot cheaper to produce the content. So like the savings gone down, you can do more. So it's kind of a give and take sort of situation. So I'm not too worried about it, but I do kind of want to get some sites off the table.
Yeah. And obviously having some additional capital is always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
It turns out it's pretty easy to make money when you have money, you know. That's
yeah,
what exactly. So in the last couple of years, aside from AI and things and stuff, has anything really massively changed for you as an affiliate and as an SEO?
Not really. Like I've pretty much done the same thing. So like this past year, I've been going to more conferences and trying to learn more techniques and more stuff that I can implement in the business. But other than that, like nothing's really changed massively for me. It's just basically more focusing on CRO and trying to squeeze the extra money out the traffic. Other than that, it's pretty much been the same process.
Okay, makes sense. And have you been using AI in your own businesses and your own affiliate sites and things?
Yeah, so AI has been massive because I hire VAs from like the Philippines, and like their English isn't amazing and some of the processes it's the struggle with it. But AI has just helped massively just to basically get the outputs quicker and better for what they would do originally. So it's just basically just building the systems and then just getting them to follow the steps, and AI kind of does the rest. So it's been huge for the business, really. It's made everything a lot quicker and made me be able to expand a lot easier, basically.
Yeah, make the individual VAs far more efficient than they were
Yeah.
previously, right? Yeah. So what are your thoughts on AI content, and especially in relation to kind of affiliate and niche sites and stuff? Have you been using it at all for your own sites? Do you think that it's risky? Do you think that it's mostly to do with, kind of more mass page kind of style sites, or can you do more higher level AI content as well for affiliate and niche sites?
Yeah, so I've been using AI content a lot, so pretty much more or less since the start. Because with the writers, I've basically it's made me reduce. Well, I've got no human writers anymore, so I've basically cut all the writers out and just used AI. So it's a tool like anything else. As long as you put the time in and do formatting and make sure it's like good enough, it's fine. It just speeds up the process a lot more. With like the bigger sites, I've not really been adding AI content to it. With those, I've been more focusing on updating content and doing YouTube reviews and expanding that way. Just because I've basically done most of, because the bigger sites are just pure affiliates, so I've pretty much done everything there is to write about it. So if I just keep pumping out more content, it's kind of dilutes everything else. So with those, I've been updating, but with every other site, pure AI content and getting as much out there as possible, basically.
Yeah, just trying to kind of, yeah, like you said, getting as much out there as possible. Do you still use link building at all?
Yeah, so link building, I kind of do it in batches. So I'm mainly focused on like on-page updating and stuff like that. But when I do link build, I do like a outage campaign, and then I won't touch it for like another 6 months and then go back to it. Like when I'm doing a new site, I obviously do all the like citations, directories, profiles, and all the stuff like that, and cloud stacking and even like Google stacking. I just basically just do everything for it. And then for link building as well, a few little hacks is well, ones most people know is basically turning off ads at the page you're trying to get links to. But for like mine, with like say for mattress reviews, they change like quite a lot. The products always get updated. So what I like to do is Google that review. Google the review and then check from like page 2 to page 8 and find all like the mummy dad blogs which are like relevant, but like may not have high DR or high DA, and just basically say, oh, there's an updated review on the product. We've got it here. Do you mind linking to us and we'll give you like $200 or whatever? And then most of them, they're not making any money because it's like lower down on Google, but really like highly relevant links, and they don't mind doing stuff like that. So that's kind of how I do. It's more like manual outreach. I kind of like try and diversify, but manual outreach is generally what I do when link building.
It's essentially a direct SERP competitor is linking to you as well at that point, right? Because it's a
Yeah,
one-to-one relevancy match.
yeah, it's perfect. So like Google's putting it in the SERPs for that keyword, so it obviously thinks it's relevant. So it's the perfect kind of links you want to get. And with those, because it's not ranking on the first page, like second and below, like they're not getting any traffic or money from it anyway. So they're quite happy to do those sort of links.
Yeah. So you said about like citations and kind of the pillar links and stuff like that. Have you got any other favorite, niche edits, PBNs, guest posts, link insertions, anything like that you use on top of it? Have you got any favorite techniques that have been working really well in the last kind of 12 months?
So niche edits to me is mainly kind of what I focus on, just because it's a lot easier and you can kind of get it a bit more relevant with the anchors or just update like certain bits. Guest posts, I do like the reverse sink or swim, so it's make sure like the URL and the title are relevant to the kind of the page it's linking to. But other than that, there's nothing really too extreme or too kind of out of the ordinary. It's just kind of basic link building and like for the citations and stuff like that, they're just connections I've made, but are generally just like Fiverr or legit kind of links sort of thing.
Yeah, through specific vendors that are probably, you know, the best at that specific kind of link type.
Yeah, so you kind of learn like with the different areas and the different people, and just kind of you build up your like network of the people you kind of use. So that's kind of, yeah, that's what I do with that. Nothing too special.
No, yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Is there anywhere where people can find you online apart from obviously Oliver.com?
Yeah, Oliver.com, and then on Twitter and YouTube as well. Like you say, I'm trying to build that public case study and build a few sites on there. So it's a good place to find me.
Yeah, so check it out. I'll put the links in the description down below for the YouTube and Twitter. I appreciate you coming on, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.